How much does Key Man life insurance cost? My name is Gartner. This is Epic Financial Strategies. I think the better question to be asking is, what does that key employee do for you and what do they mean to your business? Let's think about it this way, right? We have key employees of our company. You may be the key employee of your company. You're driving that revenue, right? And that revenue driver means something to the bottom line of your company. If your key employee is bringing money into your company and something happened to them, they didn't show up for work and they were never coming in again, what is the impact to the bottom line of your company? This is what Key Man Life Insurance can do for your company. It can protect the bottom line, right? So let's talk about the cost. Well, the cost is going to be determined by the age of that key employee, their health risk, right? Where they are. Are they in good shape, bad shape? Do they smoke, not smoke? All sorts of things that are considered when you're buying a life insurance policy. The other thing to consider is, how am I looking at that cost? Am I looking at it as just a pure insurance cost, or am I setting this policy up so that it grows cash value and at some point returns those dollars back to me, whether or not my employee passes away? With life insurance, you really have a lot of different options, and having a Key Man policy in place can help you protect your business. So the cost is really going to be based on, what can I afford? What does that cash flow look like, right? Because if you have a tight budget and there's not a lot of room for you to be saving dollars, well, then we're probably looking at term life insurance as the vehicle for your Key Man policy. But if your company has a pretty good cash flow, well, one of the things that you can do with the key person policy is actually turn it into a compensation plan for later down the road. Right? So this could be a way not just to protect your business and your employee if they were to pass away, but it could also provide benefits to their family and help retain them as an employee. Business is so tough these days. People, will change jobs for any reason, right? They want a little bit more salary. Things are competitive. You've spent a lot of time training them. Do you really want them going down the street to your competitor for a couple extra bucks? Using a key person life insurance policy, you can actually retain them with something we would call a golden handcuff. And that golden handcuff really ties them into you to stay with you because you're going to give them a future benefit for completing X number of years with you. When I use the term golden handcuff, you might be thinking, well, what does that really mean? If I'm the employee, do I want to do this? Do I want to be tied into my employer? Well, that really depends on how you feel about them. Right? If you enjoy working where you're working and you like that company, you like that employer, and you really love that business, well, why not get this golden handcuff? You think about all these large corporations, they do these types of things for their employees. They might call them golden parachutes, right? But in the small business world, we're really talking about, hey, we just want to retain our employees. But if you're that key employee, wouldn't you want to defer some of that compensation down the road and make sure your family is taken care of, right? They can use these policies almost to set up a pension style plan for you later in the future. As the employee, I might say, hey, you know what? If you're willing to fund this and you want to do this, go for it, because I'm happy to protect your business and help you there. But I also want to ensure that I'm getting enough for myself and my family down the road. And if you're an employer and you have a person who maybe you put a key person policy in place already, but that key person, they decided to leave the company. Well, what do you do with this life insurance policy now that on this person's life, but your company owns it? What happens, right? Well, if the policy has cash value, and depending on the company you used, a lot of times there's something called a transfer of insured rider. Well, what does that mean? Transfer of insured rider just says that I can maintain this policy and keep the cash value that's in it, and I can add a new key employee into there. So my company doesn't have to surrender that life insurance policy, it can actually keep it in force, and we just add a new person into it. So if you're an employer that's looking to get a key person policy, or maybe you already put one in place and you need to get somebody else into that policy, click the link below. Myself or one of the team members will reach out to you and we can help make sure that you're getting the right type of policy for your business.